Hi everyone. In this video, we will talk about the Cardano Beam Mobile App. We'll look into installation, key elements, how to set up a Cardano wallet. We'll talk a little bit about Collateral, and then how you can browse the assets that have been placed around you. Then we'll go out and collect some assets and the different options you have in how to collect them. Then in the end, we will view the assets that you've collected in the NFT Explorer within the mobile app. So hopefully at the end of this video, you have enough to start exploring. To install the Cardano Beam mobile app, you need to go to Google Play Store and search for Cardano Beam. It will be one of the first items on the list. Select it and then click install. It will take only a few seconds to install the app. Once installed, you can open it, which will show you a splash screen and the request to grant access to track location. This is required as you need to communicate your location when redeeming assets from the map. So grant it. And there you go. You have the app installed. Now you can start using it. The key elements of the mobile app. When you first launch the mobile app, this is the screen that you will see. You are represented as this purple icon on the map. And as you start moving around, this icon will start moving around as well. As with any other map, you can pan it around, zoom in, zoom out, recenter on yourself. And there's a button here in the bottom left-hand corner that lets you change the colors of the map. So maybe changing it to something like this, a little more gray, gives you a better visibility of the locations around you. If you click on any of these locations, it will show up its characteristics as well as the assets locked at that location. So in this case, I clicked on the GPS coordinates and the 3-word coordinates. And here I have the redeem conditions that I need to satisfy to collect the assets locked at this location. So in this case, I need to hold at least one Beam token with this policy ID, and I need to redeem it before August 2099, so I have a lot of time. The assets that are locked at this location are shown down below. There is ADA locked, plus there's ADA and host coins locked. And if I go to that location, if I satisfy the conditions, I can pick any of these assets to collect. We'll close that. Next, we go to the settings section. In the top right-hand corner, we see the permissions section. When you first launched the app, you were requested to grant permission to track your location, which you have granted. This is required so the app knows where you are and it can redeem the assets as soon as you approach the location. If you want to have the app running in the background and continue to monitor your location and continue to pick up assets. For example, if you are cycling around and you have your phone in your back pocket, you want to activate GPS tracking in the background as well. So this will permit so that with your phone in your pocket, as you approach the locations, the assets get redeemed automatically. So I will request this here, and I will allow the app to track my location even when the screen is off. The third option is for auto redeeming assets. So the app works in two modes. You can either, as I said, have your phone in your back pocket and just walk around or cycle or any other activity. And as soon as the app approaches the location, the asset with the highest ADA amount will be redeemed. However, if you turn this off, then as you approach the location, the app will ask you for a choice, a selection of which asset do you want to redeem. And you have 10 seconds to select the one that you want. If you don't make any selection, then the app will still redeem the one with the highest ADA amount. The section in the middle shows you your device data and your connectivity. In this case, we see that the app is connected to all of our back services, and you have an internet connection, as we can reach Google. If we go back to the map, and once we click this bottom right hand corner button, play, we start our location tracking. That means that our location will start to be transmitted, and we can redeem assets as we go by. How to set up a mobile Cardano wallet. When you first launch the mobile app, you see that the locations around you are almost all in gray. Well, in this case, they are all in gray. This means that I either don't satisfy the conditions to pick the assets from those locations, or I don't have a wallet created yet. It's actually both. So when you first launch the mobile app, you need to go and create a wallet. To do that, you hit this button, wallet, which will open up the screen and start creating a wallet for you. This is the new public address of the wallet, and it's syncing to the blockchain. If you already have a wallet, then you can recover it from the mnemonic. You click that here, you paste in the 15-letter word, and you recover the wallet. I would not advise having large wallets in your mobile app, as the purpose of this is purely to collect assets and then send them over to your main wallet that you might have in your web wallet or elsewhere. So the wallet has been created, and we are almost ready to go. Let's go back to the map and just check what are the additional conditions that I need to satisfy to be able to collect assets from these locations. So if I click on this location, I see that I need to hold at least one Beam token from this policy ID. And as soon as I have that, I can redeem assets, any of these assets from this location. There's plenty of time for me to do this, as the contract ends in 2099. There is, however, one more thing that we need to take care of. When you are interacting with smart contracts, you need to have collateral. And I will talk this in the next section. The need to have collateral in your wallet. When interacting with smart contracts on the Cardano blockchain, you need to have some collateral in your wallet. And this is needed for the cases where if you're interacting with a smart contract and for whatever reason the validation of the smart contract fails, then some of that collateral will be taken from you. The reason is that interacting with the smart contract means that the blockchain needs to do some work. And if the contract checks the criteria but then fails, means that it already has done some work to check. So some work has already been done and it needs to be rewarded. For this reason, we need to add at least 3 ADA of collateral to the wallet that we've just created. To do that, we need to send 3 ADA to this public address. To make it easier to copy paste this address, you can share your location with yourself. In this case, I will just copy it here. And then I will need to send 3 ADA from my web wallet to this address. I will do that just now. And after that, we will see that our collateral amount would have been updated from 0 to 3 ADA. Okay, I have sent 3 ADA to this address and it has just arrived. So now I have my collateral set. This is the UTXO of the collateral and this is the ADA amount. So I'm almost good to go. However, when we look on the map, we see that the locations are still in gray. The reason is that whoever created the smart contract has added the condition that I need to hold at least 1 Beam token with this policy ID. So I need to have this amount of Beam tokens in my wallet in order to redeem assets from this location. It should be noted that whoever creates a smart contract has the flexibility to define these conditions. And this could as well have been any other token or NFT. So what I will do is I will send myself 1 Beam token to the same wallet address that I have here, where I've just sent collateral, so that I can redeem assets stored in that location. How to browse available assets around you on the map. Okay, so I can see that my 1 Beam token has arrived. I have it here. And now if I go back to the map, I can see that all the locations have turned colorful. The reason is that I now have the 1 Beam token that is required to redeem assets from these locations, apart from a couple here. So let's investigate. This one, the conditions are that I need to hold 1 Beam token, but then the times is that it starts from the 3rd of September after 4 o'clock. It's currently the 2nd of September, so I'm actually too early. But I have the conditions, but I have the token, so tomorrow I can go and pick assets from this location. Another location here, which is still gray, means that I don't have the assets to pick them up. But all the others, I am free to go in. I see that here, for example, I have 5 assets placed at the location. Actually, a lot of them. So I can go there multiple times. They're all Hosky coins. I have another location with some gold tokens and some Hosky coins. So that's it. How to activate location tracking and start collecting assets around you. Once you're outside, you can start collecting assets placed in the locations around you. As you can see, we've started moving already, and we have a location in front of us with some assets inside. To begin, you need to press play to start your location tracking. And with that, you will be able to redeem the assets at those locations. Let's inspect what's at that location. We see there is 6 ADA, there is some Hosky coins locked in, and 2 ADA. There are 2 forms in how assets are redeemed. Either automatically, for the cases where you have your phone in your back pocket with the screen turned off. In those cases, the app will pick up the asset with the highest ADA amount, so in case this one. Or you can do it manually, in which case, as you approach the location, you'll be given an option which assets you want to pick up, and you select the asset you want. So let's first see this on automatic. We see that we are approaching this location, and as soon as we enter the perimeter, we should pick up the asset. And as you can see, we've redeemed the asset. We received slightly less than 6 after paying for transaction costs. And the available amount of assets at that location has reduced. Now let's see the other example where we can choose what asset to pick up from the location. It's actually only useful when we reach this location here, as there are 4 assets locked in. As we pass these ones, we will select the only asset that there is available there. So I will fast forward a little bit here. So, as you can see, the assets have been picked up automatically. For me to activate manual, I need to go to settings and untick the auto redeem assets option and go back to the map. Now, when we reach this location with 4 assets, I will be given an option of which assets I want to pick up. I will fast forward a little bit more here. Okay, so I can select which assets I want. And I have 10 seconds. I will go for this one. And there we go. I redeemed the asset that I chose. I will switch back to automatic and continue my route and see how the rest of the assets on the route will be picked up. This asset was not picked up, as we can see the time hasn't been reached yet. We are recording this on the 2nd of September, and the smart contract is only redeemable from the 3rd of September. So if I was to do this route tomorrow, I will be able to pick this up. Okay, as you can see, we are moving along very well and we're picking assets along the way. I will just show next what the people using the web app see as you have the location activated. You can also share your location with your friends and family so they can track you and cheer you up by placing assets in front of you. To do that, you go to the Wallet tab and you click this Share button. When you're using your phone, you will see applications such as WhatsApp, Telegram, and other with which you can share your location. Here, I will just copy the address. And once your friends and family receive the address, they can track you on our web app. This is what they will see. They will see your address. They will see the assets around. And they will see you going past the assets and collect them. And they will be able to add more assets in front of you if they choose to. So, for example, here you are approaching this location and you should pick up 6 ADA when you get there. So this is a very convenient, interactive way to follow your friends in events. And this can also be used to track your parcels and drop rewards for a parcel delivery person to arrive on time. So the person redeemed the asset. You can also view the NFTs directly in the mobile app that you've collected on the route. to view the assets that you've collected while you are out and about, you can go to the Wallet tab, and the assets will be shown in your wallet in the top section. The NFTs that have a picture will have a show button, which, if you click, will show you the picture of the NFT. In this case, the NFTs are the subscription tickets to our event in October between Lisbon and the Algarve, but these can also be QR codes and any other ticket. So there you go. Hopefully this gives you enough information to get started with our mobile app. We've talked about how to install it, how to create a wallet, how to start tracking, and how to collect assets, and then how to view the assets that you've collected.